Blacks for Trump.
And that's one reason why
These black men are stupid.
Because I truly believe in
it's the white government that they're being badly suppressed by a white government, but are too stupid to realise it.
Black conservatives are everywhere. That's why I'm here to show my support as a black man, but Trump pollsters can't get enough of them. Donald Trump is cozying up to them. And the RNC was full. America is not a racist country.
Can you imagine President Donald Trump coming to a city and calling a pastor like me?
You probably heard a lot of people talking about black Republicans. But I spent all of the RNC talking to black Republicans.
So it is with being a black conservative. I equate it to being gay back in the 50s. You didn't come out the closet then.
And so you look at the people who really said that about Trump. It's not no uppity Negroes, it's Negroes out the Creole hood. And that's one reason why I'm pro-Trump and I'm a conservative. Because
It's Donald Trump's message to black America.
Out in Michigan Friday, Trump urged African Americans to give him a chance.
Why do you have to lose? You're living in poverty. Your schools are no good. You have no jobs. 58% of your youth is unemployed.
And made this bold prediction.
At the end of 4 years, I guarantee you that I will get over 95% of the African American vote. I promise you.
In swift criticism, Clinton tweeting, "This is so ignorant, it's staggering."
Hello, and welcome to the Cardiac Champagne Network. Today, it is about Donald Trump, the white male liberal, and the bad controversy which surrounds the United States government and the bad Trump administration.
The Trump administration welcomed a group of 59 white South Africans as refugees, prompting some serious blowback from immigration advocates.
59 white South Africans are...
No, Donald Trump was bad, as he objected to black refugees coming from black war-torn countries, but took on white South Africans. Donald Trump victimised black Jamaicans
with Donald Trump's return
in the brutal, cruel act of deportation.
Crisis in the making.
As a Jamaican, what that means for me, I feel that what he's trying to do, what is he going to go by everybody's house and bust up in their door and ask them for their papers? He's setting us back 200 or 300 years.
They're entitled to United States citizenship, but Trump said no and had the blacks deported. So he turned his back on the black community. That's a bad insult.
Put these vicious and bloodthirsty criminals in jail or kick them the hell out of our country.
Is the promise to decimate American communities by targeting immigrants for mass deportation.
And I'm hereby calling for the death penalty.
It could be mass deportation.
Largest deportation program in American history. But I'm
targeting black Jamaicans and black African immigrants.
Now, I hope all of you African immigrants who support Donald Trump listen to what he said.
A lot of work to do. They're poisoning the blood of our country. That's what they've done. They poison mental institutions and prisons all over the world, not just in South America, not just the 3 or 4 countries that we think about, but all over the world. They're coming into our country from Africa, from Asia, all over the world. The crime is going to be tremendous. The terror.
That's who that idiot is. Now,
hundreds of thousands of Haitians, Cubans, Venezuelans, and Nicaraguans escaping political persecution are left wondering, why not us?
Inflammatory remarks.
And I can tell you, I'm the least racist person there is in the world.
Trump, first segment. His bigotry has been exposed in a major way. Trump has extreme hatred for black people and says the country would be better off without them.
Is Trump racist?
I mean,
direct message to black Americans.
Choose the right words, or you say the wrong thing. I have done that. And believe it or not, I regret it. I don't regret anything.
Wait, you said George Floyd's death was a terrible thing.
Terrible.
Why are African Americans still dying at the hands of law enforcement in this country?
And so are white people. So are white people. What a terrible question to ask. So are white people. More white people, by the way. More.
Trump surrogates coming to his defense.
well, you know, it really doesn't matter what he does. He's going to be criticized.
This black man's a sellout, and he's not fit to be a part of the black race. He supports Donald Trump's bad racist agenda.
No, if Donald Trump was wearing white sheets and a hood, like a Ku Klux Klan member, like the Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan, then black Americans wouldn't vote for him. But it's evident in his direct attitude and his bad, disrespectful demeanour towards black people in the United States.
I love the signs behind me. Blacks for Trump. I like those signs. Blacks for Trump. You watch. You watch. Those signs are great. Thank you.
The founder of the organisation known as Blacks for Trump. He is a bad sellout. He sold his own race down the river for Donald Trump. The black people behind, they themselves will not support Black Lives Matters, but they spread their allegiance to a white Republican racist with a bad racial history. They don't view Donald Trump as being racist.
Blacks for Trump. Not only is it stupid, it's not making sense. It's not making much sense. Why would you as a black person vote white Republican man who is badly racist, no different than a Klan member?
The Ku Klux Klan.
If that's not stupid, then what is?
This black woman is a strong supporter of Donald Trump and publicly defended him on this program.
Racist person, I can't even see the audience because it's so dark, but I don't care who's in the audience. I'm the least racist person in this room.
And badly discarded racism and defends Donald Trump as not being racist. Listen to her remarks.
Trump gets rid of redundant civil rights bills. We're seeing weaponized incompetence. Oh, he got rid of this. He must hate black people. So let's end all this for black people. Stumbling that. Trump didn't say, I'm writing an executive order to get rid of Harriet Tubman. He never said any of these things. No. If you're being intellectually smart, it's probably
as the only sensible black person sitting up here, let's let them decide who has the intellect and who doesn't.
This man defends his view that Donald Trump is badly racist. I'm in strong agreement. He's the only sensible black person on that panel. The other three are strong supporters for Donald Trump and a part of the Black for Trump movement, including the dude with the red hat on. There's a new phenomenon that's taking the internet by storm. It's a badly controversial subject entitled Black Fatigue.
It's called Black Fatigue. It's perpetuating racism, but black people.
Right.
It's people that look like me that's perpetuating racism because white people don't give a. Or you're not ready for that race war.
You're not ready for that?
And I guess these tweets going viral on Twitter, what I'm talking about.
What is Black Fatigue? It's dominating all social media platforms. It's dominating YouTube. I'm going to give you the definition of the word.
Black fatigue.
Black fatigue.
Black fatigue.
Is directly referring to black people behaving badly. The word ghetto is used to depict black people's supposed bad behaviour. I was deeply offended by that because white people can be loud and display direct signs of aggression, like this man on the screen. White people can be bad behaved and have aggressive tendencies. White people can be angry and be aggressive, same as the men on the screen. It's bad of a white society to force these bad dogmas on black. One of the most prominent racial stereotypes that black people have is to do with the subject of behaviour. Black people are supposed to have direct aggression, like the man on the screen. Same as a bull shows aggression. These bad stigmas are denoted to black people when white people can be bad behaved, display direct aggression.
This is the truth. This is 100% true.
No, there's a lot of bad disrespect from black people directed towards their own black community, and a lot of black YouTubers have this bad, ignorant view of saying blaming their own black race for racism and telling the viewer directly that don't blame white people, as white people play no part in the race card, which is not true. They're not holding a white power structure accountable for racism. they're putting through a negative image, telling other black people not to blame white people for racism. Blame your own black community, blame your own self for your own bad downfall, which is not true. Racism, it's a white power structure which badly suppresses you as a black person. Certain YouTubers need to be pulled from the network.
Own communities, I fear that this is only going to continue and get worse. Yeah. And that's exactly what the powers that be want. They want to have us against each other instead of us against those who are really pulling the strings in the background.
No, white people can act in a bad, ignorant manner, which is badly unacceptable. But that word is not associated. But white people are not. But white people aren't outrooted or by their behavioural conduct. No, white people can be aggressive. White people behave badly in a bad, unacceptable manner. Not like when it's a black person. Black fatigue is a bad racial stereotype which should not be endorsed by black people. This white YouTuber is badly insulting black people. He's referring to black people as having bad ghetto behaviour. It's badly stereotypical, but it's his direct view of black people's conduct.
Well, back to refers to the physical side, I look at this as people as standards, maybe an absence of fathers in the home or indeed the community. Let's jump. And this is black exhaustion, basically.
I said sit.
Ma'am.
Take your item and leave. Yep. Pay for it.
Okay, good.
Take me out of here.
Wow.
It's an example of black people behaving badly, known as ghetto black fatigue behaviour. This white British YouTuber cannot understand why black people behave in a bad, deplorable manner.
Take me out, officer.
White people can be badly behaved.
Take me out.
You don't leave, you're going to go to jail. Your dog's going to go to eat.
Excuse me?
You don't leave?
My dog's on a leash.
Yeah, welcome back to the YouTube King. I'm going to show you some videos, guys. They're quite extraordinary today, and it's about black fatigue. Now, this isn't actually coming from me. Yeah, I'm the racist, obviously. This is coming from the black community themselves. They seem to be a little bit threaders with people within their own communities. Now, listen, this is a bit more prevalent in America, where they have 13% of the population black, than it is in the UK, when we have population black. So we're going to run some films, but look, here's the thing for you, right? Stay to the last one. It will shock you a little bit. What is black fatigue then? Well, black fatigue refers to the physical, psychological and emotional exhaustion resulting from the constant stress of racism, of being dicks. I look at it as a lack of standards, maybe an absence of fathers in the home or indeed the community.
Black fathers.
This is black.
No, white people can display direct signs of aggression. White people can be bad-tempered and act in a bad, ignorant manner. White people can be loud like the man on the screen. So it's wrong to label black people for having these as a racial characteristic when white people badly exhibit aggression and anger.
I had him earlier today and I'm not leaving until I get a replacement. Alright, let's
out. Now obviously, don't get me wrong, what we could be witnessing here as well is a lot of mental illness and they're going pretty much undiagnosed. In the UK especially, there was something called care in the community that came in and
you gonna put your hands on me with a concussion? You gonna put your hands on me with a concussion?
You're under arrest.
You gonna put your hands on me?
There is a subset of certain societies, subset of our society.
He's
most of the
ignorant racist with bad stereotypical views,
really
direct views about black people.
We see them pushing the police.
He needs to be educated
So remember what the left
on
did as
negative
well.
depictions of black people.
The actions of the left.
He's an ignorant white person
Get a reaction from you, and then they go, look what that guy did to me. Look what he did to me.
directly reinforcing
so there is that
bad
going on. Let's not forget that. Let's look at sport. Now they erected a statue
bad
in New York.
images of black people.
And this woman actually says pretty much.
YouTubers like this black dude on screen have a bad habit of bad mouthing their own black community. The black person do not use bad derogatory wording like ghetto to depict black race. White people can act in a ghetto bad manner, and white people can behave in an ignorant, bad, deplorable manner. So it's stupid as a black person badly disrespect your own race and uphold that direct negative stereotype that white people have, because to white people there's no difference between a black person with good conduct and a black person that behaves badly, because white people have this bad habit of tarring us as all the same. This black guy on the screen can't be that stupid not to realise that white people don't see individuality among the black race. The definition of racial diversity is not acknowledged outside the black community. Only you as a black person will see the difference within your own race. So it's stupid him as a black person badly upholding that bad negative stereotype of black people having bad ghetto behaviour. Don't disrespect your own race or go against your own race in order to support a white stereotypical direct view.
Black people on the social media platform that are badly denying racism, and say stop blaming, telling other black people stop blaming white people for their own bad downfall. Stop.
This black guy is a bad sellout. He badly degrades the black community and turns his back on black people. He's not for Black Lives Matters and badly endorses black fatigue, which is known as black ghetto behaviour. He's stupid to degrade his own race and uphold a bad racial stereotype of black people being loud and not being able to conduct themselves. Many times he will break into bad ghetto language in order to relate to other black people. His program needs to be pulled. His YouTube channel needs to be pulled from the network. His direct view is that you can't blame white people. No black person should blame white people for racism. That black people should take accountability for their own bad failure in life instead of blaming a white society. He believes that when black people play the racism card, that it's just bad lies in order to cover their own bad iniquity. Don't listen to him. I've boycotted his program.
Then blacks block their mind off to race and employ this bad, direct, ignorant view of not identifying with the subject of racism. So for them it acts as a coping mechanism in order to deal with the subject of race is by not identifying with the subject, block their mind off to it. I've come in contact with black people like that, and it's to do with their mind frame. Never blocking mind off to race, because it can have bad, deep-rooted psychological damage. Look what happened to Meghan Markle, tried to commit suicide, tried to take her own life because she blocked her mind off to race.
The term black fatigue has been badly abused by black social media platforms. It was not originally conceived to depict black ghetto behaviour displayed by certain black people.
We have black fatigue. I had no idea what this term meant. There are literally two definitions. There's a definition of the original black fatigue, and then there's the new 2025 version of people that are just kind of fed up with stuff, but I'm gonna fill you in on the two definitions. So the first definition was coined by professional and academic spaces by Miss Dr. Mary Frances Winters, and she wrote a book called Black Fatigue. And it's defined as the mental, emotional, and physical exhaustion of black people from what they experience in systemic racism, microaggressions, generational trauma, and societal pressures. So that kind of made sense to me, because I think I've heard that phrase be used before in that context, right?
This black diva is the book author that coiled the phrase black fatigue. She was depicting black people's depicting systematic racism and how it affects you as a black person. But the word and the book got badly exploited by black social media platforms, and they used the word black fatigue to depict black people behaving in a bad, unacceptable ghetto manner. That's not the original concept of the word black fatigue. It's meaning you as a black person being just tired of being suppressed by racism.
In the new context, I saw a post on Instagram, And someone said, yeah, I have black. In the new 2025 version of what that is, and they said, when all other races are fed up with the ghetto ratchet behavior, because when you call it out, they often change what is accountability and cry racism. Because, of course, I'm going to go with the first definition because that's the original, and I think original is always what it truly means at its core. But I really want to talk about the new 2025 version of what black fatigue is, because that's what's most popular right now. A skewed definition of what black culture actually is. Because if you ask the internet, black culture is looting, stealing, breaking into stuff, causing a ruckus, committing crimes, all types of murderous events and all this, just the worst things about our society when it's really not. That, my friend, is ghetto behavior. That, my friend, is deceptive behavior. That is not black culture. That's have to be black to participate in those types of ordeals. You don't have to be black to loot. You don't have to be black to commit crimes. And it's a common misconception.
But the word was badly exploited by black YouTubers and Instagram stars, and as a direct result, the word being twisted and distorted to have a bad negative concept.
Racism is real. You as a black person suffer of racial degradation on the grounds of race for the fact that you are black. So whether if you choose to block your mind off to it and not identify with the subject, it doesn't change the fact racism had affected you. The fact is, racism doesn't affect white men or white women. Racism is a means of bad dehumanization. Black people or anybody who's not white is badly affected by systematic racism.
It is known in the black community that most black people are racist toward white Americans.
You say it's known. What do you mean? What's your basis for that?
They have been brainwashed over the last 50 years or so to believe that America is a racist society and that white folks are trying to hold them back.
That black man can't be that damn stupid not to realise that he's the one that's been badly suppressed in a white power structure. Racism does not affect white men. He's at a bad disadvantage. Black people like him want to block their mind off to race. For him as a black person to say that he's being stupid, there's a lot of black people in his ignorant mind frame. They block their mind up to race. It acts as a coping mechanism in order for him to deal with the subject of racism is by not identifying with the subject.
White people smell like dogs.
Monkey gonna get that red bag with that peroxide in it. Oh Lord, Jesus, I done it.
White people's food is bland. White people have flat butts. White people can't dance. All white people are racist. White people let their kids do whatever the hell they want to do. White people should be exterminated. White people should be exterminated. Who put them on the list? White people don't know how to make potato salad. Pretty nasty stuff. And you know the crazy part is, some of you are laughing at this, some of you agree with this, and some of you think it's perfectly fine to say all of this. But let's just imagine for a second. Let's just imagine that a white person took to social media and said these very same things about black people. Black people smell like dogs. Black people's food is a recipe for diabetes and hypertension. Wait, that one might be true. Black people's butts are too big. Black people don't take care of their kids. All black people should be exterminated. The minute you hear that, you hear this.
It's the caucasity for me. Yeah, I just merged two words, Caucasian and audacity, caucasity.
Honestly, I don't know why people are surprised. This is typical white people being typical white people, going off on their racist rants against black people, especially indigenous black people.
They can continue flying their mayonnaise-filled chairs because we don't care.
Or you hear this. Black people are racist. Okay, let me see how many woke phrases I can include in my response to that. Okay, so when you think about the systemic oppression that black people have faced, and I'm not even talking about the hundreds of years of slavery that we have been forced to deal with, but I'm talking about the systemic oppression that black people, yep, you get all that. So today we're going to be taking a look at a few TikToks because to hear racist sounding off one of black content creators, and it's been going on social media platforms and saying the most disgusting, vile, racist things about white people and seeing absolutely nothing wrong with making these statements. So we're going to get into those TikToks. Y'all ready? Y'all good?
No, black YouTubers like her are stupid. No, it's stupid as a black person to defend white people as a bad negative comment. And white people do think bad and negative of black people in general. bad stereotypes in mind when they encounter you as a black person, even if they don't express that to you directly. No white person defends defends a black person or defends black people, even if they're married to a black person. Though it's stupid, this black YouTuber defending the white race, when white people don't defend black people. She's the one who's stupid to badly slag off or badly criticize her own race for expressing innocent remarks on TikTok and other social media platforms. A lot of black people are inclined for white. She's one of them. She's white-minded. She defends a white person and will badly criticize her own race, puts white people in a higher regard, and has the utmost respect for white.
Into it. Black fatigue, it has recently been turned into a feeling that some white and black people have who say they are damn tired of foolishness of some black people, the claims of racism from sun up to sundown, loud talking, fighting, and the list goes on. Not my list now, keep that in mind. But some people are tired of the complaints and don't give a damn.
Really disagree with this. It is a completely behavior-based issue. And when white people, black people, Hispanic people are saying we have black fatigue because of the behavior of some black people, we've all seen it. We all know what it is. It's everywhere. And this shit was way more insidious than people realize. And I took the black community purposefully. We're going to destroy public schools, and we're going to make sure that behavior standards are seen as racist. So the out of control behavior that we've seen in the classrooms, in society, all over, is part and parcel of what the Democrat Party has done to the black.
I know y'all been told this is racist, but it's not. It's not racist to call black people out for their behavior and what they're doing to society at this moment. I'm glad people are noticing this because it's been so many years and it's finally catching up to y'all. I've been trying to tell y'all that white people are tired of y'all. I'm tired of y'all too, but everybody in the world is getting sick of y'all. You know, just me, but me and other black conservatives.
Hey, are her feelings valid? Joining us to talk about it, Dr. Angela Jones, political analyst.
This talk show are debating
filmmaker Sean Welling and conservative
subject of
Williams. We
black
thank you all for
fatigue.
joining us here on The Factor. First of all, let's define what black fatigue is supposed to be.
Get into it.
Black fatigue, it has
basically two classes of people: the hood boogers who engage in
the subject
behavior,
of
and then white
black
liberals,
fatigue. In other words,
for some reason, you'll
bad
see this on social media.
black people behaving badly.
Onto this issue and
white people
like
can act badly, but that's not being identified.
Need the clip.
Yeah, this is why black fatigue is viral now. There's a big push as well. Remember that the white population and the planet is the minority population. They reckon about 4 or 5% of people are actually white. And of course, we know there's a replacement theory. A white person can be called either racist or extinct. I choose racist. You can still be proud of who you are and your heritage. There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't matter which race of people you actually belong to.
I told you he was a bad racist.
I'm seeing a lot more of this
with
now
bigoted
online, where people are going,
supremist ideology views.
Is it white people moving?
At least he had the decency to admit it and embrace the word.
Black fatigue or ghetto fatigue is a real thing, and no one's staying silent about it any longer. No nationality.
By calling out people within his own community. If you haven't got that accountability, and I think that's what's lacking in society right now, then you end up with this kind of mentality, unfortunately, as this good man here is talking about by calling out people within his own community. All right.
Black fatigue or ghetto fatigue is a real thing, and no one's staying silent about it any longer. No nationality wants to be involved or bothered by this loud, obnoxious group of people. No one, not even hard-working black Americans. I mean, I'm telling no lies here. Everywhere that group of people go, chaos follows. And no matter where you go, they're there.
Black Lives Matter.
It's a patronizing low IQ concept, and I'm not going to acknowledge something that's meant to patronize me.
That's very
stupid. How so? Yeah, I'm so tired of this fake victim narrative of every person that gets into a circumstance.
I don't understand how you don't appear to have empathy for the literal black American lived experience in the hood that you referenced.
You can't just account, what my experience is because I don't want to act like a victim. I am not going to play a game and pretend and lie to people that if you lean into victimhood, you could be successful. You can get ahead, or this is the right way, or like, yeah, go riot and burn down your own block in your own neighborhood because you're angry. That just doesn't work. That is not how.
Candace Owens believes that black people should stop blaming white people and the white society for racism. She believes that white people are not to blame for slavery. Black people need to take accountability for their own bad downfall, and racism's not to blame, and that racism is not directly behind it. To her, racism doesn't exist. She's never experienced prejudice or racial discrimination.
Today, Black Lives Matter.
Out George Floyd, and who was addicted to drugs and who had enough fentanyl in the system to kill a horse at the time that he died. That made people angry because people were invested in the emotion of Black Lives Matter. And so, look,
she's stupid to badly disrespect the Black Lives Matter movement and badly rip straight into George Floyd, badly tarring him as a black criminal and a black drug user, which is bad racist propaganda. She's a sellout and not fit to be a part of the black race.
Why would I see myself in George Floyd? What person goes, I really see myself in this drug addict and this person that's been arrested and faced jail since 9 times? Why am I forced to see myself because, oh, we have a similar melanin complexion?
It tells you what they think of you.
Right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they feel that's representative.
Why would I see myself in George Floyd?
She's not for Black Lives Matters. She degradates black people.
Say illegal is the new black because it's true. And I haven't gotten to my point. I'm not
of people that look like us. You can't make light of that. That ain't nothing you
haven't even finished the sentence. How am I making light of anything?
With some bullshit.
White supremacists and get gunned down. This constituency will have absolutely nothing to say about it.
Please let me answer this question. Please let me answer this question.
And we can't, and although what you're saying is a lot of the things that you're saying are absolutely factual, a lot of the things that you're saying have merit, but I can't even get to that before I address the disregard for young black lives.
I love it. I love it. Love this question. I will address it.
Opportunity zones.
I love that we're talking about white supremacy. I'll answer the question.
Excuse me.
So to tackle the white supremacy thing, your question was a fallacy because you said you insinuated that he has not denounced white supremacy. Somebody please go to his Twitter feed. Only what Black America is right here. Because we allow is the illiteracy rates that are facing Black America. 75% of black boys in California can't pass the reading exam. Across Baltimore, they looked at 5 schools. They couldn't find a single black boy that was a single black child that could pass a basic reading or a math exam. So this is the Democrat plantation, but I meant what I said. If you look historically at what the plantations were when we were slaves, there were 3 things that were necessary for them to run. The first was our ignorance. Black Americans were not allowed to learn how to read unless we would have our limbs chopped off. And that was because an educated mind cannot be enslaved. So the fact that our education...
In the United States, a lot of white adults have bad numeracy and literacy problems, thick as 2 planks and can't even read, and have bad standard of intellect. So it's stupid her as a black person, Candace Owens, badly dissing her own race. Why don't she focus on white adult illiteracy? That is stupid. You know how many black children are badly suppressed due to racism in the United States educational system? She needs to be educated.
We have to protect our community, our black community. And you know why Professor West and I are on this program? Because we have education. We have to improve education. People on this show that can't respect the people who come. There's no respect there because you are just giving children. I ain't got no justice point. Sean knows I'm as critical as the Democratic Party oftentimes the Republican Party. Let me ask Cornell. Get out, lawyer. Get out, civil rights lawyer. I'll back my credentials against you any day. We ain't talking about credentials. We ain't talking about credentials. We're talking about respect. We're talking about respect. You get no respect from me. You got no respect from me. Cut him off. Don't put words in my mouth. You don't come out and disrespect me on the day I'm
all right. I gotta let it go. Thank you both. A little out of control. I tried.
Kanye West, now he was not the only person wearing a White Lives Matter t-shirt at the Paris Fashion Week.
It wasn't Kanye West that put the White Lives Matter t-shirt on first. You did. You did by intentionally ignoring what Black Lives Matter would actually mean if it was like, oh, Candace Owens, we don't want you in our culture. You don't understand Black culture. I have to keep reminding you that I don't want to be a part of this culture. I want to go backwards. Your idea of progressivism is clearly regressive.
His friend and our friend Candace Owens was standing right next to him.
Them two black celebrities are stupid. Both of them are married to white people. Candace Owens had badly upset the white Orthodox Jewish community, the same as Kanye West. This Jewish rabbi had made an example of Candace Owens for the fact that she badly disrespected her own black community and had turned against her own black people. To this white Orthodox Jewish rabbi, it did not make sense. The fact that she assaulted the Jewish community.
Candace Owens is a Jew-hating bigot. It was written by a rabbi, openly ignorant of everything that I have ever said, in which case I'm happy to clarify.
Candace Owens is stupid. She badly disrespected her own black community and told black Americans directly to their face she doesn't want to be a part of black American culture. She wants to separate herself off. She ripped straight into George Floyd and said bad, detrimental, harmful things about the man and had no respect for his family. She sold out her own black race and then went on to assault the white Jewish community. Why are you assaulting your own black people and start a vindictive campaign against them? Candace Owens wants to be accepted by white liberal America. So by doing these things, she solidates her acceptance with white Republicans. She's a defender of Donald Trump and defended Donald Trump when he didn't denounce white supremacy. Refers to her as being both anti-black and anti-Semitic. Listen to this Jewish rabbi's depiction of the black sellout.
Bringing together the black and Jewish communities, emphasizing that we share not only a history of shared persecution, anti-black rhetorician in all of the United States, and the foremost anti-Semite in America. The statements that Candace has made against her own community, that they cry wolf and constantly say that they're victims of racism, her attacks on George Floyd.
The factual footage from the brutality of the George Floyd case. Look at the gun held by the white police officer, held directly at the black man's head. The white officer used bad offensive language and direct wording. No, it's the white police officer that was aggressive. George Floyd seems placid. It's a bad criminal injustice.
A man who was suffocated to death for a $20 counterfeit note saying that he was a horrible human being and said, I was never a slave in America, as if that's the only form of discrimination, is what has led her community to call her not Candace, but Clandis. The first ever female black
That's Candace Owens,
who appears in her rhetoric against blacks, calling LeBron James dumb and stupid and an icon to the black community.
That's Candace Owens and a white husband on the left. The fact is, her white husband who wanted his black wife to get life support in hospital if she needed a ventilator or a breathing machine. That's the whole point of Black Lives Matters. Even a white husband would not want her to die or get bad treatment on the grounds, on the fact that she was black, to be dehumanized or devalued on the grounds of race. Both her and her husband have 4 children. That's 2 in the picture. Both of these black celebrities are stupid and fail to understand that. The man on the right is Kanye West.
For me to go out and just stick.
He was married to Kim Kardashian and has a daughter, and he didn't want his daughter learning black history.
Inspiring millions to learn about the horrors of slavery and the importance of heritage.
He indoctrinated with white American history and white Jewish history, but objected to teaching her black American history, which is stupid. They sell out their own race to be accepted by white people. Both of them are stupid. They put white people's white life as a top priority over their own black lives. Both of them are stupid. And the cable needs to be pulled on their social media platforms. This black dude is proud to embrace the white Southern Confederate flag. Unless he's badly ignorant of what that flag represents, no black person should embrace that. This black man's a powerful attorney in the United States. He's not for the Black Lives Matter movement and has badly ripped straight into them, stating his objection.
Where's the improvement in education? They basically use black Americans for profit. Steve, ever since the George Floyd death, Black Lives Matter has profited from the George Floyd death. What have they done for the black community?
No, do not listen to him. Black people like him are stupid. Why badly undermine the Black Lives Matter movement? If that black attorney needed a hospital ventilator and he put on life support, white patients get top priority. He's black, his life don't mean nothing. It doesn't mean shit.
Health does not help black Americans. It is basically blood money, Steve, and it's sickening and it's embarrassing. Black people were exploited. Black Americans were exploited by Black Lives Matter for the...
Do not listen to him. He's there to badly undermine and badly rip into the Black Lives Matter movement. That's what white liberals in the United States want.
You're living in poverty. You have no job.
They want you as a black person to go against your own race.
Why? Why? It is a classic shakedown. Steve, everyone remembers the George Floyd death, a horrific murder. Yep. Let's be very clear. Black Lives Matter exploited that. Black Lives Matter, the NBA, all these major corporations, they wanted to be on the so-called right side of justice.
White host and the white studios are just sitting back laughing at him. He may be a powerful black attorney, but he's stupid because his mind frame is still stuck in the slave trade. He does not realise that he's being badly suppressed by racism, institutional, in white America. It's a white government, white power structure. He can't be that stupid not to realise that.
Black Lives Matter isn't just about the loss of life. It's about the lack of consequences when black lives are taken at the hands of the police. Also, black on black crime isn't a thing. 84% of white murder victims were killed by another white person. But we don't call it white on white crime. That's because our communities are still very segregated. People always bring up black on black crime because it's a diversion. They're trying to prove black citizens don't have the right to be outraged about police violence because their communities have a crime problem. But the truth is, black people are not more violent or more likely to commit crimes than anyone else. The reality is, because of a history of institutional racism, black communities have higher poverty rates, suffer from poorly funded schools, and are more likely to be targeted by police.
Shut down corporations for personal gain, Steve.
I'm an advocate for the Black Lives Matter movement. Black Lives Matter. In Britain, black people are treated bad by the NHS.
No, white patients are top priority in the NHS.
In hospitals, and white patients get superior, better treatment.
The best hospital care.
Black Lives Matter. It's a bad violation of your rights as a black person to be badly degraded by a racist society.
The world is a fair place. The reality is that racism is real.
The founder of Black for Trumps, the man in the sunglasses speaking to the interviewer, believed that when Donald Trump told the American public to storm the White House, he believed it was staged. The whole thing was play acting, and he doesn't believe the bad racist remarks that Donald Trump had made. He said there were bad lies told by the media. He spread his allegiance to Trump. Black people like him are not fit to be a part of the black race. That's the definition of a sellout. As a black male, he had been subjected to a bad degree of racism. Being born in the United States, no different than the slave trade, only because he hasn't got the chains bound onto him. But institutional racism within the United States stops him from progressing as a black male. It's stupid of him not to realise that. Why doesn't he join Black Lives Matters? Pledge his solidarity to a black movement that helps empowerment of black people, instead of pledging his allegiance to a white fascist, badly racist white Republican. Some black men are stupid and have a bad inbred slavery attitude. No, it's evident in the way how them black men think, their outlook and their direct view.
Like your parents will lack of knowledge, right? So until you teach the people, that's the only way they're gonna learn. So it's our job, me especially as a black conservative, to get out there, get on the ground, and teach these people all about the black conservative movement. And when you look at the movement now, especially right now, we speaking, baby.
Black Republicans specifically are some of the most disliked and unpopular political figures within the black community for a reason. Districts. There is an obvious disconnect, and that's what I want to explore today. I wanted to know what draws a black person to identify with this Republican Party.
Trump is being for black people.
I learned a lot about black Republicans in these conversations. Their motivations, their stories, their goals. These are real people with genuinely held beliefs that I largely disagree with, and I told them as much. It was white people. White people. It was no. Let's be very clear. It was white people. No. I tried to have respectful dialogue with them. So in this video, I want to share these people with you, but I'll also share some of my reflections on the experience of listening to, fact-checking, and disagreeing with black Republicans. I learned a lot about black Republicans, and I think you will too.
More white people.
Donald Trump is a bad racist. He wanted the black vote to secure his position in the White House. In this speech, he stated that illegal immigrants are taking the jobs which are employed by black United States citizens.
Here's what he thinks of black jobs. I love his phrase, black jobs. It tells a lot about the man and about his character. Folks, I know what a black job is.
Biden believes
black Haitians seeking refuge in the United States from war-torn Haiti. But Joe Biden badly deported them back to Haiti to endure more war-torn blood conflict. Biden knew for a fact they will face brutal, bloody violence and a graphic genocide in war-torn Haiti. Joe Biden didn't care for the fact that they were not white.
Biden believes that all black Americans have to think the same way, but he doesn't know black Americans like I do.
A lot of black people were gullible, badly gullible, and accepted this pathetic codswallop.
The black population and the Hispanic population, because they're taking the jobs.
I know what a black job is.
Where are these black jobs, and what are the black jobs? Where do I apply? Prosecutors that
None of them jobs, them superficial, artificial job vacancies, not one of them have emerged. None of the jobs that Trump guaranteed the black Americans have emerged. Not one. No, Donald Trump badly turned against the black community and bad mouthed the Black Lives Matters movement people. So he turned his back on the black community. That's a bad insult. A black person as a puppet, used as a face guard.
I nominate the first black woman to the United States Supreme Court.
Kamala Harris's racial background is black biracial. Her mother is an Indian woman and her father is a black Jamaican man. Black people like Kamala Harris do not identify their race as being black. They don't have to have a white birth parent in order to have that bad distorted view. It's to do with the skin tone and complexion. That's her Indian mother, and that's Kamala Harris as a child. She didn't cater for the black community in her manifesto or in her put forth agenda. So if she was appointed president of the United States, she wouldn't do anything in order to help black people. Was further bad sodomite gay LGBT community, not like the gay and sodomite community. She would have helped overturn laws and legislation, government legislation, in order to benefit gay America. No, as a black person, you want to be represented. Joe Biden knew that he could secure the black vote, directly appeal to black people in the United States. These are why Joe Biden had appointed Kamala Harris to appeal to the black community. No, to directly appeal to you as a black person, in order to cover themselves
as not being racist, so they appear to be non-prejudicial.
This black comedian is poking bad satirical fun at the United States government. If you ask me, he looks no different than Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris looks like a man in drag, so this black male actor is a factual depiction of how she looked like.
To know you have the intellect, not to mention the intelligence to know that. I shouldn't have to educate you on that or tell you directly. As a black person, know you have the superior intellect in order to know that. No, it's a front, an artificial front, a face guard. Same in Joe Biden's administration.
They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country. And
Kamala Harris is stupid. Chinese and Vietnamese people eat cats and dogs in China and Bangkok. So what Trump said was true. I know he's a bad man. He's a mean dude. But they do eat cats and dogs as opposed to their Oriental culture.
He's a racist, he's a racist. No, in some cases it's true. There are people that are racist, bad people. They have a hard time getting away with it. And look at what I've done for African Americans.
She voted for Donald Trump. Trump hasn't done anything to help black people in the United States other than badly exploit them and deport black immigrants out of the United States.
Fake equal opportunities. It promotes that bad racial myth of racial equality, which is not the case. There's no such thing in the United States. Black people are badly degraded due to institutional racism.
No white people are easily offended. This white YouTuber badly insults the black viewers. She said she can't comprehend black people's mind frame.
The little white lady, all of that stuff, that self-stuff. You are additional session.
Anti-racism mentorship. People gotta take her meds.
No, she's badly ignorant and needs to be educated on the subject of race. She's got bad stereotypes in mind. It's evident in the way how she thinks.
This is Misha, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be listening to some black influencers telling us how to stop being racist. So make sure you get a notebook, a pen, so you can take notes. Before we begin though, please
a reminder to white women who are working with someone on their anti-racism and healing journey, right? So I know things that happens with you guys.
She can't comprehend black people's mind frame.
Is that these things ingrained in the foundation of who you are.
Right, internalized racism. Yeah, even if you don't think you're racist, got it.
That you will somehow, in your superiority, be able to, from a black person. Oh, I don't mean the black person.
She can't comprehend black people's way of thinking. She's not black and has not experienced racism.
Nah, look at you. You silly little bleach demon. You don't think you're racist? Of course you're racist. Legacy of equality. Anti-racism shift.
That is why you're working. But keep in mind,
white people are not black. They don't experience, so they don't live in my black Nubian skin. So I, for one, don't care what white people think. They don't live in my skin. They practice racial prejudice done directly. With white people have bad, deep-rooted prejudice towards black. It's part of their DNA.
Black women's responsibility to do these things for you.
I feel no white guilt. None. That might bother you. That might make you upset. That those like me to get assistance from a black person on how to dismantle your white supremacy, your internalized racism. You must be really brave.
Racist because that word's too direct with them. Don't like the word prejudice because they're offended by that, but it's evident in the direct attitude towards us, a black person. So all these fake smiles and false sincerity doesn't mean a person's not racist or that they're not prejudicial.
An evil white lady, I need to listen to you.
There's something out for white women. It is very...
I understand within the confines of whiteness, you're taught to censor yourself. You're unlearning on your anti-racism journey.
You are on your anti-racism journey and shift these mindsets and beliefs that are founded and rooted in white supremacy that you were...
You did a racism.
Part of white supremacy.
I love how the white savior won't even win and totally privileged. That even came out of her mouth tells you a lot about what she thinks about white people.
Confines of the structure of whiteness. You did a racism. You recognize it. You acknowledge it.
You know the phrase, those who can't do teach? She's racist, and yet she's teaching others how not to be. For only $6,000, that's a steal.
How you didn't recognize.
You can't just see people as people. You have to immediately notice their race. Maybe they should just go like that. Would that make you happy? Your brain could immediately go to, oh, that person hates me. They stop smiling because you're not gonna, you see someone passing by, you smile, then they're gone. Are you supposed to go like this the entire way home? Like a crazy person? I mean, to immediately notice their race. Maybe they should just go like that. Would that make you happy?
That's a damn insult to Nelson Mandela. ANC
is racism. Smiling at us is racism. I mean, do you want a red carpet every time you walk on the street? Oh, a black person, quickly. You need to do the work. You have internalized racism. For sure. In fact, I think I should create a course, and I'll make it...
When she put a fist up, Nelson Mandela used the hand fist to signify the black movement of known as the ANC. What she done is a bad insult to the Black Lives Matters movement and black organisations like the ANC. She should not have done that. And it's a bad insult to Nelson Mandela. It's evident that she's badly prejudicial and is an ignorant white person that needs to be educated.
I think I should create a course, and I'll make it $5,000 discounted price if you use the code RACIST, where you can learn how to be a white ally and support your white friends. And so this is what I have to say about it, okay? Don't
body language, like hold up their handbag. I was in the supermarket and mother had told me there was a shopper, a woman who held up a handbag when she saw me in the supermarket. That happened to my mother in the doctor's surgery, where this white woman held up a handbag and put a handbag on the other side. When my mother came and sat next door to her. Even on buses or public transport, you get objection from a white passenger. They don't want to sit next door to you as a black person. It's like Rosa Parks or Martin Luther King in the United States. The objection, no, is on the grounds of race.
That's racist. That makes us think you're afraid of us. Why would you not look at us? What, you feel safer if you give us that little smile? Don't do that.
Smile drop as soon as you pass us. We see it. You play us slow.
That's
subject of the fake smile. Like, white people are full of like a bad false sincerity. I could use a stronger word, but I'm not going to. They're full of fake smiles, false sincerity. As a black person, you can't be that stupid not to realise that it's not genuine.
You think that people that smile at you a little bit, they do that smile?
The fake smile that find you as a black person intimidating. The body language says that. Not all black people notice that. Not all black people take notice of these subtle micro aggressions.
You think that they're only doing that to what, black people? Or if they hate black people? This is some kind of paranoia or something's going on, because, you know, when you're passing someone, you're just like acknowledging them, being polite. I mean, I have
to feel badly threatened and intimidated by black people. It's natural. But with darker skin, such as a black person, they do feel threatened by.
I want to feel comfortable because she's black. Okay, so I have alarm bells going on in my head. Had people walk past me, strangers, give me that kind of smile. Just a little smile. That you're giving me that fake smile. And I know it's because you think I'm inferior. Girl, take your
You have to pretend like you like us when you don't. You're more polite.
Yeah, I think it's more polite to give people a little smile when you walk past them. Are you okay?
Because you smiled at the poor Negro.
And black Americans should not use the N-word, because that word is badly degrading, was invented by the white slave owner. So if black Americans are educated, got black universities in the United States, first black president, Barack Obama, why are you using bad racist derogatory language to depict your own race? That's making no advancements from slavery. My direct message to black Americans: stop using the N-word. It's badly degrading.
The white people are getting so tired of us, now they're just calling us the N-word. Because of us. It's our fault.
The N-word. Even Martin Luther King had used that word, which was bad and should not have been used by Dr. Martin Luther King. And black Americans should stop using that bad derogatory wording.
In Britain, that word is badly offensive. It's cast as bad racist language. You can't blame white people for using that bad offensive racist language if black Americans embrace it and use that directly. Not make sense. That means the mind frame of some black people is not making no progress, even though they've been educated. We need to break out of that slavery mind frame.
We don't need your sympathy smile. We don't need you to pretend. That's all.
Wow. I feel bad for her. This is a really bad case of victim mentality. This is really bad. And so you have to believe that all white people hate you. When they smile at you, it's because they see you as inferior, right? Or because they're afraid of you. Okay, that will impact your actions, your behavior. So then no, you're suspicious. You know better that they only did that little smile because they actually hate you. So you give them that dirty look. They don't know about what you're thinking. But regardless of race, if someone gives you a dirty look, you're gonna look at them strangely too, right? And then she's gonna use that to reaffirm her belief that white people hate her. Those people that smile at you aren't giving you a second thought. They pass by, they give you a little smile to be polite, and they continue on. They're never thinking about you again. But you have filed that into your brain, into your racism folder. You put everything there. You think everything is racist. You see racism everywhere. That's really sad. And it takes away from people who have actually experienced racism. We're grouping that together with white people smiling at you. There are some people that no doubt would pay for that $6,000.
Racist person, I can't.
Mr. Trump is a racist. The country has seen Mr. Trump court white supremacists and bigots and call poorer countries shithole. His private, in private, is even worse. Ask me if I can name a country run by a black person that wasn't a shithole. This was when Barack Obama was president of the United States. He commented that only black people could live that way. And he told me that black people would never vote for him because they were too stupid. And yet, I continue to work for him.
White people have bad racist direct attitude instilled in them, like they're part of the human DNA. Whether if you're British or American, it's a white government. If you get black MPs in the House of Lords or black MPs in Biden or Trump's cabinet, they can't overturn government legislation. It's a white power structure. Slave owner, the black person just a puppet, and there's a white puppet master. The former black president, known as Barack Obama, did nothing for black people when he was in office. No, Barack Obama had a bad, insolent attitude and only cared about upholding gay rights. He had a blatant disregard for black Americans, and it was the black vote that secured him the position in power. Not only was it a bad insult to his own black community, he got government legislation, legal rights directly enforced for sodomite gay men and made homosexual sodomy and gay marriage legal throughout the United States. In all 48, or is it 46, 48 states in America. No white president had done that. Don't agree with homosexuality. Barack Obama had the gay flag, pride flag, colours projected on the White House for an entire month. Is in his support of the gay community in the United States. No, that is bad. He did not celebrate Black History Month or send aid to the black continent of Africa when or torn black refugees needed refuge in the United States. Barack Obama said no, like Joe Biden, and strongly objected to taking on black refugees from Africa and institutioning them in the United States. To him, the war in Afghanistan was a lot more important than the blood war in Africa. He stabilized the United States troops in Afghanistan, but sent no aid, money, or medical resources to the war-torn black continent. Barack Obama wasted millions of taxpayers' money on Islamic causes and gave rebel assassins in Afghanistan ammunition, guns, which is bad. He's not fit to be a part of the black race. So I can understand why black Americans had turned against him. Listen to this next extract. Here, Barack Obama directly assaults black supporters of Trump. He does have a valid point. No, why vote for when you know that he's badly racist? But at the same time, Obama did nothing to help his own black
fellow United States citizens. In this interview, he gets the backlash.
You're thinking about sitting out or even supporting somebody who has a history of denigrating you?
For President Barack Obama.
This black diva used to work for Barack Obama when he was when he acted as president.
Even though after his 8 years, I am very disappointed when I look at him from a critical eye in terms of what happened and did not happen for the black community.
Like Donald Trump, think bad and negative of black. Trump directly insulted the black American public. So when you get stupid black people spreading their allegiance to a white, badly racist, Republican conservative leader, that's what the white liberals want. White liberals want to destroy black minds. They want to badly unstable black organizations in place to help you as a black person. So when you keep black people defecting from the Black Lives Matters movement and badly degrading the black organization which stand for your rights as a black person, that's what the white liberals in America wanted. For you as a black person to go against your own right. You can't blame the slave trade for certain black people having a backward, bad mind frame and stuck in a slavery mentality. You've been educated. There's black universities in the United States. You get black senators, black defense attorneys, and even some of them mind frames are still enslaved. They all want to bend over backwards and be accepted by white society. In the United States, there's pressure on a lot of black people, high-profile black people, to conform with a white liberal view, to be accepted by the white domain. As a black person, don't be stupid, because Black Lives Matter stand for your rights. The way how the power structure is enforced in the United States, racism badly suppresses you as a black person. So it's stupid bad mouthing your own race in black being ghetto person directly upholding this black fatigue, which is a bad stereotype